Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna do a reading video for G.I Joe, a real American hero. We're gonna do the part 2 of the first story because the next issue is like a sequel to the what happened last story. So we left off on a cliffhanger with Cobra Commander and the Cobra attacking the Russians and the G.I Joe team. With no more further words, let's start getting ready to the story. G.I Joe, a real American hero. A moment ago they were enemies, but now they fight together against the greatest evil in the world. The walls of death. In the mountains of Afghanistan, the G.I. Joe team has fought their Russian counterparts, the October Squad, to a standstill, only to be overwhelmed by Cobra Commander and a small army of Cobra Commandos. The prize, the remains of the top secret Soviet aircraft that has crashed in the Hindu Kush foothills. The solution was simple. I set you against one another and plucked the prize from under your collective noses. I knew you were too evenly matched for either side to score an easy victory. You see, I've studied your dociles quite thoroughly. So you see, my dear worthy opponents, I was confronted with a dilemma. I wanted the aircraft to further the arms of Cobra, but how was I to extract it from hostile territory while being hated by the two best combat teams in the world? The infamous October Guard, Stormvac Sarge, Horseshoe, Diane, and Colonel Biffa, the insufferable G.I. Joe team, Scarlet, Stalker, Steel, Flash, Clutch, and Breaker. We love you too, Cobra Commander. Shall we liquidate these insolent dogs now, Cobra Commander? Our primary objective is the safe transport of the aircraft to our stronghold. These two specialists shall remain behind to tie the loose ends. They have both the skills and imagination to prolong the amusement. When the fun is over, we will replace their weapons in a convincing manner and follow us in their vehicle as a rear guard. Everyone else, mount up. We depart for the stronghold. Shall we get started, Rattler? Not yet, Copperhead. I want to watch them sweat a little while. Breaker, old buddy. Now we've got them where we want them. You're nuts, Clutch. We're looking down the barrel at 6 feet of prime Arlington real estate end. The hand is quicker than the eye. I see, but I don't believe it. Have you seen them sweat enough yet? No, but I suppose it's asking too much to expect them to growl. Let's get on with it. But let's not be hasty. I suggest we start with the kneecaps and work upwards. Excellent. You're clutching it a little too close, Clutch. Oh, Breaker. You're such a spoiled sport. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. Give me 5 on the clutch. Like the man said, excellent. Not that I want to sound dumb or anything, but how the heck did you do that? Easy. I had my arm crossed, right? Well, I had this hand tucked inside my shirt, making like making like Space Invaders with this gun-mounted remote control unit. Didn't you guys ever wonder how I fired those things without even touching them? Clutch wasn't the only one who had something up his sleeve. When the October Guard jumped us back at the ravine, I planted a locating transmitter in the RTV signal, coming in loud and clear. We can track it from here to Georgia if needed. Nah, Georgia is sovereign territory. That ain't the only Georgian that's on his mind. Sweat. Rough terrain vehicle. See in previous issue. Oh. Because there was like a little thing explaining what that meant. Quite right, by Georgia. On my mind is back. In the USMR, so much levity. I believe we have some unfinished business to attend to. Dag, light it up and chill out. Let's not be getting our tails in uproar here. I mean, the man is done, took his ball and went home. The game is over. Dig. Please, to be translating. I don't understand this. I may have an affinity for this particular dialect, Horseshoe. He's saying that since Cobra has possession of the classified aircraft, rightfully belonging to the peace-loving people of the Soviet Union, it is now senseless for us to continue our conflict. In fact, to do so would only further the aims of Cobra. Is that not so, Stalker? You're catching my drift, Colonial Birdcraft. You're familiar with the quote about strange bedfellows? Let's not get cute, Stalker. We've got orders. If we lose this cargo, we're supposed to break radio signs and contact Hawk and get ourselves airlifted. I'm backing Scarlet. This is a no-win situation. I say let's throw in our losing hats and quit before the game goes to bird. This ain't a democracy. I'm in charge here. And I'm exercising my prerogate to make a field command decision to examine the options. Let's say we do pack it up and go home. What's keeping these jokers from following Cobra and taking a crack at the jackpot? Besides, what am I going to say to Hawk? Gee, we almost had it back, but Cobra came along and took it away. No way. I will be frank with you. The penalty we face for failure is unimaginable. We had no choice but to follow Cobra alum. Our chances of success are negligible. But if we were to combine our forces, then what? Even if we get that stupid plane back, we're back on square one. We're gonna have to duke it out with these bozos any way you cut it. Unfortunately, that is irreducible, inevitable, or whatever. Once the aircraft is secure, we must do our duty as soldiers to take the possession for ourselves and the Mother Russia. We can't do any less ourselves, but let's cross that bridge when it comes, and hopefully we don't have to burn it behind us. You're all nuts. You really can't trust these lousy Reds. Now, don't pay any attention to Miss Scarlet here. She's just tad high strung, and Vamp is ready to roll and we can give you fellas a hand with challenging the tire on your Kremlin Kittlecraft. You can give them a hand. I don't wallow with pigs. Torture that, friends for the time being. You're on, buddy. Until we get the plane, then this treaty goes out the window. Hours later, the locator beeping I planted on the RTV is coming in strong. Looks like Cobra is making a beeline for the Iranian border. I've got news for you, Breaker. We've crossed that border to Iran 10 minutes ago, yeah? Then I guess those dots on the horizon ain't a bunch of Afghani tribemen out there at their noon stroll, huh? That's the Iran Border Patrol. Slow down, Clutch. They've been watching our dust for miles. Nothing left to do now but try to braze it out. That's right, Rich. What are you going to do? Promise them to give them Shah back? How about asking for a room and a board to the embassy? How about climbing up and picking out your targets? Man, this is too hairy for words. I hope those Ruskies back there don't decide to pull a double whammy on us. They were besides us a minute ago. How did you think they get behind us? Da da da. Ow, I'm hit. That's no reason to stop shooting. Who the heck fired the first shot? Da 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 da. Who cares about the first shot? It's who fires the last shot that counts. Ra da 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 da. Keep going, Americans. The October Guard will mob up this ramble. Well, so much for Iranian-American relations. Another example of American imperialist aggression. That's it, the Cobra stronghold. The beeping is going crazy, so the plane is inside. Da, Cobras. Commanders, it's formidable looking, no? Let's take a closer look through the old image intensifier. Start out at low magnifying and zoom in slowly. The walls are looking very solid, but there must be an entrance, some weak point, da? I don't see anything but solid wall. Zoom in a little closer. Still just a bunch of walls. Smooth, solid, unbroken walls. I think I got a problem. Clutch, help me strap on the jump jet. I'm going upstairs for a closer look. Jet, unit, mobile propulsion. Foosh. Inside of the Cobra stronghold. This is a night for celebration, my brothers of the Hooded Serpent. Not only have we defeated both the G.I Joe team and the October Guard, but we now have witnessed our grasp on the very seeds of the world conquest. The technology secrets we shall extract from the Russian aircraft will enable us to spread our coils to every corner of the earth, for truly the power that controls gravity can control Cobra Commander. Our sensors are detecting intrusion in our airspace. Quickly, give me a readout on the monitor. No, it can't be them. And they observe us from the plateau. Dolts, idiots, morons. We have two fools have let them escape. No matter, they are a hostile country with no support. They must attempt to penalize our defenses by stealth. We will permit them to enter our stronghold, keep them under close observation, and crush them at our leisure. All hail, mighty Cobra. All units report to battle stations at the back of the plateau. Spot any openings on the roof, Stalker? No problem, Americans. We have an alarm interfered in our device. Negative. Just like a maze, like concrete pattern. Looks like this might be an alarm system. Good. We'll put one of your men with the device on our roof with the 2 from our team. That leaves 2 4-man teams to attack the opposite walls and split the defense. We must cover our escape routes. I suggest we leave 1 man outside at each penetration point for reserve and cover. Solid idea. Steel and Breaker will take this route with Scourge. The remaining October Guard will take the south wall, and the Joes will go in the north. Let's move out. Inside the stronghold, our sensors are showing two assault teams at the north and south wall. Seal the blaster doors to the inner sanctum and activate the auto mechanic intruder neutralization devices at the north wall. Here's the drill stealer and breaker are going to jump on top of that. Jet, Scarlet, left, Flash, and I are going to go through in the wall. Clutch stays out on the side to monitor the radio and lay down fire suppression for a great getaway. Hey Scarlet, if you want to touch up your eyeshadow, I'll let you use my rearview mirror. For what exhaustion breath? There's nobody out here worth impressing. At the south wall, Scourge climbs the roof. Stormrock, stay outside with the rest. Inside with me. There's that rookie Scourge Breaker. Fig, can we trust him? Sure, Stealer. As much as he can trust us. There's no steam in this wall, fellas. As if they built a giant jello mold and poured it full of steel reinforced concrete. Stand back. I'm going to take a crack at it with my laser rifle at full power. Hold it. A door's opening. You're not thinking of walking through that, are you, Stalker? It's gonna be a trap. So what? They know we're here as soon as you cut loose with the laser. Can't argue with that. You know, something real familiar about this pattern on the roof. I just can't place it. It's resembling what you call it. Hot dish. Night. Hot plate. Burn the ones on the roof. The electrical field is active, Cobra Commander. It is time to shed the celebratory cowl and don my battle helmet. Breaker, this is Clutch. What's going on up there? Breaker. Hey Breaker. Stalker, this is Clutch. Something's funny happening on top. I lost contact radio with Breaker. Doorboy, sounds near yours. Ask if he needs somebody to hold his hand. Or you just stay where you are, Clutch. Breaker can take care of himself. I'm sitting tight. Tell Scarlet she should power her nose in my hair in my mirror while she Clutch. Do you read me, Clutch? No answer. We're on our own now. In the inner sanctum. The team is on the roof is unconscious. Send a squad to collect them. And set up a termination procedures for the intruders team. I don't hear any shh. Here's electric relays clicking. Dive! Stag snapped my bell. Just got it too. Nicely broken into. Stalker, you get us on one of these. I'll buy you a dozen new ones. You're on, Flash. Let's try this passage over here. Uh-oh, looks like we picked a dead end. That's good news. And the bad news is under my foot. Is it a mine? Worse, it's a trip release. Listen to that sound. Echoes from the falling block rebattling through the passage. No. It's the water. They're flooding the tunnel behind us. Over the rubble. These rocks will act like a dam and buy us some time to find an upgrade in the tunnel. Don't look now, Stalker. I think the dam just burst. Try and handhold on the walls. No dice. They're smoother than a split shine bow. I've got a trick or two up my sleeve. Better pull it fast, Scarlet. We're heading for the drainage pit. I'm wearing a torch star into this crack. It's like a mountain climber's platoon. And hop on my crossbow, strong enough to hold the 3 of us. Good enough, Scarlet. The water is going down already. Phew, that was close. This pit is going straight down and then some. What now? Turn back? That's what they're expecting us to do. And our only advantage is to do the unexpected in the inner sanctum. It wouldn't hurt to be prepared. Both American and Russian teams are still intact. Should we activate Doppelganger? It wouldn't hurt to be prepared. Whoops, I read that. I'm dying wrong. I hear a hissing sound, Stalker. It could be gas. That's too pedestrian for Cobra's taste, but looks like a bit they copied from Steven Spielberg. Stay back, a King Cobra can spit venom from a good 10 feet. I've handled this one. I got the protection gear. It's all yours, Flash. Anyone for roast cobra? I'll set it for well done. All clear, let's go. Disgusting. Hold it. Be finishing to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I don't like what I see down there. Ra-da-da-da, ra-da-da-da. Looks like they don't like you either, Stalker. I'm seriously offended. They don't want us to join their party, but I'm such a nice guy. Ra-da-da. I'll let them have their present anyways. You're all the heart, Stalker. A rolled steel blast door must be something pretty important behind the sucker, eh? Laser time? Nah, I've been getting tired of carrying around a run-suck full of C4 plastic explosive. Better get yourself behind the bend in that tunnel. This is gonna be loud. Let's roll in. Colonel Bayron, I believe there's a saying in your country, better late than never. I'm afraid that it does not apply in your case. Your weapons, please. We captured a Cobra prisoner and a pedestrian. Him led us past these traps. We are expecting more resistance, but it seems that Cobra Commander has fled rather than confronting the freedom-loving. Not true, my dear beloved Corvette Bikorov. Hey, confrontation is my forte. I played the same trick I used back in the Hindu Kursher Mountain, setting up you two against each other to my advantage. Their trust is a potent weapon, is it not? And speaking of your weapons, you will drop yours immediately. I entrust your elimination to subordinates but unlike you, I have learned my last mistake. I shall oversee your execution personally. Not likely, chump. You, the one they call Clutch. That's my name. Don't you wear on it. But tell your bully boys to drop their hardware. I'm feeling right-handy, right-ordinated, and my fingers twitching. And tell him to bring some out. Stealer and Breaker. Do as he says. I got the cover, Jokers. I got the Jokers covered. The rest of you keep an eye on the Reds. I know the way out of this maze. Get Stealer and Breaker on the board and the RTV and get ready to move out. Me and Stalker are riding out on the van. And we're taking Mr. Head Cobra with us as insurance. Vehicle attack multi-purpose. I cannot allow that, America. With Cobra Commander as hostage, you surely will succeed, and that is unacceptable. That's tough, Bursher Woods. What are you gonna do about it? Eliminate the hostage. Now you done it. Now we're all, huh? This ain't Cobra Commander. This is a doppel wearing a loudspeaker, of course. You didn't think I would expose myself to your dangerous presence again, did you? I speak to you from the safety of my deep bunker where... Stop them. We don't want to hear it, buddy. Let's get on the road show. Move over, Stalker. I'm driving. Wait, take us with you. Shove off, sister. This bus is full. Besides, you're our rear guard division. You certainly have a way with the lady, Stalker. That, Clutch. We thought you had it. How'd you pull this one off? When I was ribbing Scarlet about using my rear view to fix her makeup, I glanced at the mirror and caught the eyeball of a full Cobra trooper. And so I behanded him with the microphone to put on this fun hat and mask and walk right through the stronghold. Epilogue. The port at Karachi in Pakistan. Well, Hawk, it was rough going there for a while, but we made it. Terrific job, Stalker. I guess now I can tell you the truth. Now, the truth? We airlifted the real plane out of Afghanistan yesterday. That box you were just hauling was full of scraps and metal. No deposit bottles. You were the red herring, the decoy. Excellent work, team. Excellent. And we see the mobile combat, or multi-ordinated battle combat tank. Gives us some information like what guns it uses, his system lights, how big it is, engine vents, torsion, bar suspension, watertight components, infrared lenses, etc. Things like that. And then we get some information. I'm assuming this is what's his name? Breaker, I think? I don't know. Heads up, troopers. This is Steeler. I'm Steeler. And this is my baby, the G.I Joe multi-ordinated battle tank. She's got a fire control system built into her main turret that does everything but pull the trigger. The laser guidance sight determines range and deflections. And the inboard computer does the rest. And that is going to be the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my reading. And next week we will do another G.I Joe reading video. Well, no more further words. See y'all later, guys. And goodbye now. Hope y'all have a good day or good night, since this video is coming out at night. Well, goodbye now. Bye, y'all.